Hello everyone, very good morning to all of you. I welcome you all to this online lecture. From last 2-3 lectures, we are discussing about manufacture of ammonia by modified Bosch-Haber process. We studied the principle as well as the flow sheet of manufacture of ammonia, how that can be synthesized in industry level, that we already studied in the previous lecture. Okay. Now, today's lecture we are going to study the physico-chemical principles or properties involved in the manufacture of ammonia. That is nothing but the where the what type of effect of temperature, effect of pressure, effect of catalyst on the manufacture of ammonia reaction, that is N2 plus hydrogen, that is H2, it gives the ammonia, where we already studied that 1 volume of nitrogen and 3 volume of hydrogen, it forms 2 volumes of ammonia with evolution of plus 92 kilojoules of heat. In that reaction, what type of effect of temperature, effect of pressure and effect of catalyst, that we are going to see on this reaction, that is nothing but the physico-chemical principles involved in the manufacture of ammonia. As well as after this, we are going to see applications of ammonia, where it can be used and what are the uses which we have for the ammonia. Okay. Now, we can see here the basic reaction already we studied, that is nitrogen and hydrogen both are reacted to form 2 volumes of ammonia with evolution of plus 92 kilojoules of heat is there. This is very important, which is a exothermic reaction. We have to consider this is, we have to understand very clearly, this reaction is a exothermic reaction. Still we can see here there is the whole reaction which is a reversible reaction. It means the forward reaction which is exothermic reaction and the backward reaction which is a endothermic reaction, where the reaction is carried out at 500 degree Celsius temperature. As we know that here in this reaction, the conditions already we studied that 500 degrees Celsius temperature is there and 200 to 300 atmospheric pressure which is used, as well as iron catalyst is also used, where we can see the nitrogen and hydrogen which reacted to form towards the ammonia. This is the forward reaction. Whenever you want to formation of ammonia, increase in the formation of ammonia is there, that can be done by the with a certain temperature, with a certain pressure, because the temperature should be, we have to keep it an optimum, because at forward reaction which is the exothermic reaction, if you increase the more temperature, that will becomes very difficult. Therefore, we have to put it as a optimum temperature, but by putting the optimum temperature we can increase the pressure, so that here the forward reaction which is the exothermic reaction and the backward reaction which is the endothermic reaction. As we know, according to Le-Chatelier's principle, it is stated that, in case of exothermic reaction, increase in the pressure, the equilibrium can shift towards the forward reaction, where the increase in the pressure, what will happen is the reactant molecules, they get come close to each other and the reaction increases, that is reaction is very fast, means percentage of the formation of ammonia is very fast. According to this Le-Chatelier's principle, we can write here the equilibrium constant. We can write here how equilibrium constant can be write, that is concentration of product upon concentration of into concentration of hydrogen, where we can say that according to Le-Chatelier's principle, decrease in the temperature and increase in the pressure, it increase the percentage of formation of ammonia, because this reaction, the forward reaction, which is exothermic reaction, already the reaction, it evolves heat. If you increase the more heat, that is very difficult to carry out the chemical reaction. Therefore, but you still require some of the temperature. That temperature we already studied, that is optimum temperature. What is optimum temperature? Optimum temperature is the temperature where the you get satisfactory yield will be there. So that temperature is 500 degree Celsius. So that with this Le-Chatelier's principle, there is increase in the pressure and decrease in the temperature, then the percentage of ammonia formation can be increases toward the forward reaction or right hand side. We can say in terms of the right hand side, the equilibrium can be shift. That is nothing but the here the effect of temperature, effect of pressure and the effect of catalyst we are going to study in the physico-chemical principles involved in the manufacture of ammonia. Let me study one by one. First, write effect of temperature. There are certain reactions carried out, as we know that where we consider the optimum temperature of 500 degree Celsius, we put it as a for this reaction, but before that we have to study effect of temperature, where the effect of temperature it is observed that effect of temperature, here we can see the table here in front of you, I will put here. The formation of ammonia, already we know that the formation of ammonia is exothermic. The formation of ammonia is exothermic, means there is a certain amount of heat is evolved, so that we have to put it as a temperature at which at optimum. For that, where we can see we cannot rise the temperature too much and we cannot decrease the temperature even less also. Decrease in the temperature, that will be sufficient for the formation of ammonia. Here I will draw the table where we can easily understand temperature in degree Celsius and the percent of ammonia formation at 200 atm, that is pressure is we are fixed here. We can see 350 degree Celsius, 400, 450, 500, let us see here 550 degree Celsius, where we can see percentage formation 37.5, 24.9, 16.4 and 10.4, 16.9. Now see, as we know that here we observe 350 degree Celsius temperature, 400 degree Celsius temperature, 450 degree Celsius. In front of this there is 37.5% of percent formation of yield is there. But already we studied that what is that in the modified Bosch-Haber process there is 19% of yield is there, but still this reaction is exothermic, forward reaction is exothermic. Whenever if we know that there is exothermic reaction is there, but the temperature is decreases, definitely we decrease in the temperature, percentage of formation of the ammonia is very high, it is I. So that at 350 degree Celsius 37.5, 400 degree Celsius 24.9, it means sufficient, there is a percent of yield is there as comparatively 19% of the yield. But optimum temperature is how much? 500 degree Celsius. At this case at 350 degree temperature, or we can say 400 degree Celsius temperature, the rate of reaction is very slow. The formation of ammonia at 350 degree Celsius, or even there is a percentage of formation 37.5, but the rate of reaction is very slow. Therefore, but in industry level what is considered? You have to consider the economically should be profitable. Even at 350 degrees Celsius, it is percentage is very high, 37.5, but what is the rate of reaction? Rate of reaction is very slow. For that purpose, the temperature is rises up to the 500 degrees Celsius, where we can say 10.4 or 10 to 20% of the yield. Here the pressure is 20, sometimes 200 atmosphere pressure, 250 atmosphere pressure, that is varied to 200 to 300 atmosphere pressure, where we can see 10 to 20% of the formation of ammonia is there. So therefore, as we can see, decrease in the temperature, increase in the percentage of ammonia is there, but the rate of reaction is very slow. Therefore, an optimum temperature of 500 degrees Celsius which is maintained for formation of ammonia. I hope you understand. So, this is effect of temperature. Okay. Now, let us see effect of pressure. Effect of pressure. So, for that, after studying this effect of temperature, there is a temperature which is kept optimum, that is 500 degrees Celsius. Second, effect of pressure. Effect of pressure. Here pressure also studied, effect of pressure with different pressures at a constant temperature. Here we can see the table. From this table we clearly understand how that can vary the pressure also at a certain temperature, at a constant temperature. We can put it here, say pressure under atmosphere, percent of ammonia at 400 degrees Celsius. Here temperature is taken 400 degree. So, we can say 30, 40, 100, let us consider 250 atmospheric pressure. Here 10% of the percent formation of 16 at 40 atmospheric pressure, 24.9 at 100 atmospheric pressure, 366.36% of at 250 atmospheric pressure. Here also we can see, as increase in the pressure, increase in the percentage of the yield. You are getting my point? Increase in the pressure as increase in the percentage of the yield. Therefore, the pressure at optimum, that is, it varies 200 to 300 atmospheric pressure, where we can obtain the percentage of the yield of the formation of ammonia, that is 19%. That is also varies, that is 10 to 20%. But as per some of the reactions, some of the industries carried out at a different where the atmosphere pressure is 250 or 200 or 300, like that the percentage of the ammonia formation is also varied. But definitely we can say here, the increase in the pressure of there, increase in the percentage of formation of ammonia at a constant temperature. You have to put it constant temperature, whether it is, here it is 400 degree, but optimum temperature we already studied, that is 500 degrees Celsius. Where we 500 degrees Celsius, definitely there is 200 atmospheric pressure, that will be the 19% of the formation of ammonia is there. Okay. This is effect of pressure. So, from this we can say there is a 200 atmospheric pressure which is optimum for percentage of formation of ammonia, where the 19% can be formed. Now, a third one, which is effect of catalyst, which is very simple. As we know already, we studied in the previous standards, effect of catalyst. What is the role of catalyst? Effect of catalyst. Catalyst is a foreign substance that never without involving the chemical reaction, but it alters the rate of a reaction. That is known as the catalyst, where the effect of catalyst in this reaction, in the formation of ammonia, we studied that iron is used. Whenever we are using the catalyst must be finely divided, that is, in the form of the powdered form should be used, where the finely divided iron, iron catalyst is used for ammonia formation, where, now see, one more is very important. By using the catalyst never shift the equilibrium towards the left or right, never shift, but it helps in the reaching the equilibrium state very fast, that is shorter time. Catalyst never shift the equilibrium, whether it is forward reaction or whether it is backward reaction, but definitely catalyst will helps in reaching the equilibrium at very shorter time. Okay. So, in this reaction, in the manufacture of ammonia, two things we have to keep it to be remember. So, one is the iron catalyst which is used, and second one, the iron catalyst which we are using, that should be finely divided iron catalyst, that is powder, is more effective for effect of catalyst in the study of the this manufacture of the ammonia. Okay. So, these are the three very important physicochemical properties: effect of temperature, effect of pressure, effect of catalyst. So, with this we finally you can say here what are the favorable conditions. Favorable conditions here you can write as favorable conditions for formation of ammonia. What are the favorable condition? Definitely here we can say first is temperature. Temperature, what is the temperature? What we studied, what is optimum temperature? Optimum temperature is 500 degrees Celsius. And second, and what is the pressure? Pressure is 200 to 300 atmospheric pressure. And catalyst what we are used here? Catalyst is iron, that is finely divided. This is very important. Finely divided iron catalyst. And the ratio, what is the ratio for the raw materials? That is nitrogen to hydrogen. That is ratio is the ratio is nothing but the 1:3 volume. That is ratio 1:3. That is N2 to H2. These are the very important requirements or the conditions for formation of ammonia after studying this physicochemical properties of the manufacture of ammonia. After getting the effect of temperature, effect of pressure and effect of catalyst, finally we concluded that there is a favorable condition for getting the maximum yield of the formation of ammonia, that is 19% of the yield of the ammonia by the modified Bosch-Haber process. That is very important. Where what is the process? Modified Bosch-Haber process, where we can see the conditions. Temperature should be 500 degrees Celsius. This is an optimum temperature. The pressure is 200 to 300 atmospheric pressure. This is also optimum pressure. Catalyst, iron, which is finely divided iron is used, and ratio that should be the raw materials 1:3, means 1 volume of the nitrogen and 3 volume of hydrogen. It gives the 2 volumes of the ammonia, that is a formation of ammonia will be there with evolution of plus 92 kilojoules of heat, which is exothermic reaction towards the forward reaction. Okay. So, this is the things which are regarding the manufacture of ammonia. Okay. Now, let me see the final, that is applications. Finally, we are going to the last of this manufacture of ammonia, that is very important. What are the applications? You can see what are the applications, uses or applications which we are going to study. What are the basic applications? You can see here. The first applications, applications of ammonia. Number 1, it is used in agricultural industry. Used in agricultural industry. Where agricultural industry? Where it is used? In the agricultural industry, as we know, ammonia, which is the main source of nitrogen, the basic source of nitrogen, which is from that ammonia we can see there is a source of nitrogen will be there. And the second, fertilizer industry, where the fertilizer industry ammonia is used. Examples, urea, urea or ammonium phosphate, superphosphate, triple phosphate. Likewise, the urea, which is a fertilizer used in the agricultural or fertilizer industry. And third one, which is very important, metal treating operations. Some of the metal treating operations are there. In the metal treating operations, ammonia is used, where the ammonia can also be used in the metal treating operations. Some of the metals or oxides likewise the treating operations can be used the ammonia. And the fourth one, which is in the manufacture of nitric acid, very important, in the manufacture of nitric acid, we have the basic chemical. This is also one of the basic chemicals where the manufacture of nitric acid is there, which is used as a raw material, that we are going to see in the further study, where in the manufacture of nitric acid ammonia used as a raw material. Okay. And the last one, which is very important, ammonia is used in neutralizing the acids. Some of the acids, if you want to neutralize the ammonia, even in the laboratory synthesis also, some of the whether it is organic reactions and some pharma industries or some research purpose also, if you want to neutralize some excess of acids, here the ammonia can be used for neutralizing the acids. So, this is also one of the great application of ammonia, which we can see in the synthesis. And finally, the ammonia used in the laboratory also, this is also one of the application of ammonia used in the laboratory cases or laboratory purpose also. So, these are the very important applications. Ammonia is used in the agricultural industry, ammonia is used in the fertilizer industry, ammonia is used in the metal treating operations, ammonia is also used in the manufacture of nitric acid, and ammonia is used in neutralizing the acids, whether it is in the laboratory or in the purpose of the organic or some certain synthesis also. So, with this manufacture of ammonia by a modified Bosch-Haber process by using nitrogen and the hydrogen in the ratio of 1:3 forms 2 volume of ammonia in presence of catalyst, that is iron catalyst, under pressure at optimum temperature is there, that we studied from the last 2-3 lectures. So, with this manufacture of ammonia is over. I hope you are understand very clearly and go through the books, textbooks, reference books. If you have any doubts, you can ask the questions. So, with this I will stop here, I will conclude here. Thank you for watching this lecture. Thank you.